My name is TJ Renfrow, and my topic for my senior project is music, and my product is an original song titled I'm Chill that I created in GarageBand. Our purpose is to inform those who want to get involved with music how to create their own song from scratch using a program such as GarageBand or Logic Pro or something like that. And the reason why I chose music to be my subject is because music's been my passion my whole entire life. As you can tell, me being through all this, my earbuds in. My initial plan was to inform those how the mind develops from a young child to an adult. But as time went on in my high school career, that topic became uninteresting to me. So music gradually started to take place of the original project, and I finally decided to go along with it. And the problems I've come across trying to do my senior project were finding an expert to interview, as people I've contacted either didn't respond or they said they would and never showed, doing a field observation, trying to go to a recording studio, and those didn't really fall through, and putting this presentation together, having it flow smoothly. And my hopes is that by the end of this presentation that those who want to get involved in music have a starting point to start their music careers and use the tips that I mentioned throughout this project in their careers. For my research phase, I've reviewed 3 different articles, and my first article was tips for mixing vocals to an instrumental by the Pro Audio Files. This article basically went over how to mix vocals to an already mixed instrumental, and basically what I learned is that it's mainly like mixing the vocals to the instrumental is different every single time for every single song, for every voice, no matter if it's the same sounding song or what. It's different every single time. And another thing I learned is that making the song louder, and when you export it, will make it quieter in the end result because it's not feeling much soundscape. Like, it matters how much you feel, not so much how loud it is. My second article I reviewed was the process of writing a song-by-song stuff writing. And this article briefly went over how to create a songwriting process. And it didn't really help me out because I had my own songwriting process I've had since like the 4th grade. And so I kind of just started the things I learned here. And my third article I reviewed was create a powerful songwriting process by Songwriting Secrets. This one went more in depth on each particular part of making a song, writing the song and whatnot, the title, the hook, the concept and whatnot, how to form the lyrics and all that. And as with the last article I reviewed, it didn't really help me as much because I have my own process that I've been growing and developing since like the 4th grade. And yeah, so I just started what I learned from this, and that brings me to my medium analysis. For my medium analysis, I reviewed 3 different mediums. The first one was a lyrical song by a rap duo on YouTube named JT Machinima, and the title of the song is A Reason to Live, which is about the critically acclaimed video game, 200 Game Awards, The Last of Us. And basically this song, it was a beautiful masterpiece to me. When I heard it the first time, I was blown away. It just relates to the game, to the story, the conflicts present, and the way he chooses, the way he delivers his song, the way the word choice he uses, and all that. It just works so well, and the instrumental was spot on as well, and just connects you to that world regardless if you play the game or not. And I thought about this when I wanted to create my own story for my own song. I wanted to do a kind of complex, compelling story, something that isn't what it seems, and I came up with this song titled Insomnia. briefly go over this song, I wanted to create a story that was unique. This story of Insomnia is about a 17-year-old girl who cannot sleep, but when she does, she dreams of death, and basically her dreams become reality. And my main focus was the lyrical part, which was to rhyme syllables together and match them together and have them basically have the flow be syllable based. My second medium I analyzed was an instrumental song titled "The Hunt" from the infamous First Light soundtrack. Remembering listening to the song the first time, I was blown away because it was cinematic from the beginning. It starts off playing the notes you hear near the end, but it's calm and subtle. These are the same notes you hear in the climax, and it just brings you into this world, into the internal problems that the main character has, and basically kind of like gives you a touch, a little sprinkle of what's to come when you actually play the game. And then it goes into different notes, different tunes and melodies, and then you get your rising action, which brings you to the climax, which is the same notes you hear in the beginning, except stronger and more powerful. And I thought about this when my instrumentals before I heard this were really repetitive, as in something simple, which you heard in the beginning. So I wanted to do something different, and I decided to combine 3 different genres into one song entitled that Battle of the Genres. And the genres were hip hop and rap, electronic and rock. And then I came up with this. My last medium that I analyzed was a YouTube tutorial on GarageBand. Basically, it wasn't really a tutorial, it's more so the parts of creating a hip-hop song. He basically played out the song and muted other parts of the tracks to basically show you what goes into a hip-hop instrumental. And he used his own MIDI files, he used samples, and things of that nature to basically create his instrumental. And I thought I wanted to do something similar, except from the ground up, and I incorporated that in my brief tutorial I'll show later on. For my expert interview, I interviewed local rapper Bo Hustleaholic, and we established our connection initially over Facebook through my mom. We got each other's numbers, exchanged messages, and then we met in person, and then I interviewed him. And the things I learned from that interview with him is that, one, that it takes years, it takes time to really establish yourself in music, and it can take up to 10 months, 10 years, 20 years, it'll take a while. But if I really want it, I really gotta work for it. And the second thing I learned that really stuck with me is that I have to be careful with the decisions I make pursuing my dreams with music, and because I can end up going in a circle and end up back where I started. And my field observation was original field observation was supposed to be going to a record label's recording studio here in Omaha, but that didn't work out. So what I did was went onto YouTube, and then I searched up a video of my favorite rapper Eminem during a recording session. And what I got was a video of him working on a song titled Jimmy Crack Corn from his album Eminem Presents the Re-Up. And basically what I learned from watching this was that it's an informal process when writing or recording a song. They have the instrumental playing in the background, they're writing the lyrics, coming up with ideas, but at the same time they're having fun, joking around and whatnot, basically having a good time while writing the song. Sometimes they would bust out and freestyle and things like that, but I wasn't able to incorporate this in my project because I wasn't able to go to a recording studio, but I hope to in my near future. And for um, my product is an original song titled I'm Chill, and I made the instrumental in GarageBand my freshman year in the class called DigiTools. The instrumental, basically the instrumental was made because it was an assignment originally. We were supposed to pick a genre out of a hat. I got rock and roll, and then make a 30-second long instrumental for that genre. I put together something that sounded really good, and I thought, can I do more to this? Because I wanted to make it a full-length song. So what I did was switch the instruments on each track, and then I made it a little bit longer, and then I wrote lyrics to it, and then made my song. When I was making the instrumental, I used GarageBand, the old version, and the loops I used were the ambient guitar, the classic rock steel, the disco pick bass, and I used the funky pop drum for the percussion. I first started off with the percussion, and then it came out as a kit, as a rock kit, so I switched that to a hip-hop instrumental, and then I edited the MIDI file a little bit, and then that was my percussion. And then I continued with putting in the muted guitar you hear when I start rapping. Originally it was a louder, I think it was an electric guitar, and I didn't really like that when it starts, so I changed that to sound quieter and more calm to fit the chill, relaxed vibe. And then I added in the ambient guitar, which came in as an electric guitar, but then I made that a clean electric guitar. And then I put in I copied the bass on the muted bass guitar, and then I copied that and put a swirling piano instrument to it to give you that kind of flowy vibe that you hear in the chorus. And then I added in the bass that you hear in the chorus and parts of the second verse. And then after putting that all together, writing the lyrics, recording it, I got this. What I was thinking about while I was putting the song together is, how do I want my listener to feel? Do I want them to be on the same level, relaxed as I am? And I kept that in my head as I was writing this song. And I think I accomplished that by the way I put it all together, and how I had, on this part specifically, a really, really catchy type of chorus bringer, bridge. And yeah, and then I just thought it really accomplished my main song. Basically, when I finished the song, I published it in a few different places. I published it on SoundCloud, on Reverb Nation, on my YouTube, and it's included on my 2 EPs, the Depression EP and the Intro EP, which are released on Google Play May 10th of this year. And doing this project, it's really brought me closer to my music, closer than I ever thought it would. And it really invests me in focusing on different parts of my music, not only just the lyrical aspect, which was the thing I focused on before. I now focus on the flow, the delivery, the instrumental if I'm producing it, and basically what I want the listener to think. And and my hopes for the future is that for those who want to get involved with music, that they aren't afraid to actually invest themselves in their music and do what they like to do. And I hope that the things that I go over in my presentation actually help them find a starting point in studying music. And I'd like to thank you for attending my presentation. Before I go on with asking questions, I want to express my appreciation and say I hope I get in there.